Welcome to Ask the Experts for December 16th. This week's topic is Ad Builder and Shop. So, as you know, we don't have to just talk about Ad Builder and Shop, but you can ask anything you like, either through the chat screen or raise your hand in the training, and we'll see that, and we will unmute you, and you can just ask it on the phone. As you know, the topic of the week will be discussed for a little bit. We have maybe 5 new features for you that we'd like to show you, and then we'll open to the floor for any questions you have. If at any time during the week you come up with a question that you forgot to ask now or would like for us to cover in another week, you can send it to us at training@franconnect.com. Notice we have one too many N's in there. I'll fix that. This week our expert is Sandeep Pandita, and he's going to take us through a few of the new features of Ad Builder and Shop. Let me just make you the presenter.
Thank you, Sherry. Hi everyone, this is Sandeep, and I'm today on this session helping you try to understand the new features we have released for Shop and our Ad Builder module. There have been some new cool functions that has been recently added to our FranConnect system with respect to these 2 modules. Let's start with Shop module. Let me show you what new functions we have added to this system. So one of the functions which which was there in the queue a long time was when a new order is added to a cart, then user wanted to have functionality where they could add remarks to the order. So when you go to the store, select the product you want to add to that product to the cart. Once you edit that product to the cart, go to the shopping cart again, click on the product. You see there is a text box which allows you to add any special instructions with respect to that product. So what this will do, this will send an email to the concerned corporate user or the supplies, telling them this is a special instruction that I need with respect to that order. So let's see, the text which you will enter over here, like this, welcome FranConnect, this will be visible on the purchase order as well. So I already submitted this special text. Let's go to here and view this order form in PDF. So you see at the end of this order form or the purchase order, you see that special text mentioning what that is required. So this is one of the cool features that has been recently added. This seems to be one of the features which allows you to tell the suppliers the exact requirement you have with respect to that order. So yeah, you can use that. All right. Let's move to the next part. We have on the corporate side, we have added a new payment gateway in the FranConnect system for supplies module. This payment gateway is called ETS payment gateway. Again, this will allow you to purchase the product online. Initially, we had Authorize.net and PayPal as the payment gateways. Now, with the inception of this, you can select the ETS payment gateway as well. In order to set up those payment gateway ETS, you have to provide some default details that are needed, like e-com request ID and e-com response ID. These are basically the APIs that ETS will provide you once you open an account with them. So if you want to change the payment gateway to ETS, just provide us these details and we will be setting up this for you. So this was, I think this is a major change that have been applied to Shop module. Let's go to the next one. For print ads and shop, there's one more functionality that has been recently added to this Orion system. This is called as enable fixed shipping. If you enable this, what it will do from the franchisee side, franchisee at the time of selecting the shipping options will see another option by the name of fixed shipping. So if you enable this value over here, like we have already did for print ads and shop, and you go to the products, let me show it to you. You go to the shop, and after shop you go to the product screen to add any product, like this one. Click on add product. You will see over here that you will be able to define the shipping cost. That will be the default, that will be the fixed shipping cost for that product. So for example, I define $20. So if you enable that field, this one over here, it will allow you to define a fixed shipping cost for that product. So when franchisee on the front end will add a product to a cart, like I did this one, and you go to the shopping cart, select the address, click on checkout. You see this option coming over here, the new one, drop the radio button, the fixed shipping. So this fixed shipping will be the fees that you will configure while you add this product in the system, right over here. And franchisee will have the option to select this one if that franchisee don't wants to go with UPS or with the warehouse pickup. So this fixed price shipping cost which you configured for that product from the admin side, you will see that fixed shipping cost will get added to the total over here, and this way it will be the responsibility of the supplier to use this shipping cost as the cost to ship the product back to the franchisee. So this is again, one of the major sort of functionality that has been added to both ad builder, that is print ads, as well as to the shop. So let's go to the next option we have. So again, when you add a new product to the print ads, we provided a new functionality. It's a minor functionality, but I think it really allows you to print the product on high pixel density. For example, if there's a product or an artwork which is only usable for the online use, you can select this option for that product. What it does is that product will be only applicable for online use, but when you are going to download that artwork from the front end, you will have the high resolution view of that artwork. So if you print that on your own, the pixel density of that artwork will be on the high side. This is for artwork only, not for the shop module. And yep, and new functionality is, again, we have provided the configuration in the admin section, which will allow you to define the field columns on the summary page for shop as well as for the print ads. So let's go to the shop, click on configure. You see different fields on the left hand side of the columns. If you mark these fields over the right side, what it will do on the front end, you will see on the summary page over here, so you will be able to configure the different columns from this screen over here. So all those on the right side configured will be visible on this page. This is for this tab. Similarly, you have the option to define these columns for different tabs: package summary, purchase orders, but product summary. Let's configure this for product order. So suppose you don't want supply information on the product summary column, you can deselect that from, okay, this is the mandatory value. Let's say you don't want the color column to be displayed on the product summary page. So let's see how it looks like right now. Shop, click on products. So you see the different columns over here. The values of these columns can be configured from this. So whatever you want to display over here, you can move those columns to the right side, and these columns will be displayed accordingly. This gives you the summary of the of the data which is available with respect to different categories. Another cool feature which we have added in the admin section is for the shop and for both print ads is that you can now add different fields with respect to the new products. For example, you added a new product in the system and you want to add a new field for that product, say text value. Just define that and define whether you want to show that value on the purchase order or not. You have the option to define that value for the purchase order email as well. So what will happen is that if once you place an order, the email notification which you will receive these values, the text values on those email notifications as well. Same is the case with purchase order. If you assign this value to the purchase order from this screen, in the purchase order you will see the text value as well. So let's add that.
Phew.
Okay. So let's order. So let's see the purchase order. What's this one? Okay, if you go to, so the purchase order which you see over here, that field which we added, if we order that product in the shopping cart and we go ahead with the payment, then you will see that field added in this column over here. So you can define any number of fields. I think the maximum number of fields that you can define with the purchase order and the product is 10. So 10 different fields can be configured with respect to the product, and those values can be visible either in the purchase order or the email which you receive once the purchase order is generated. I think these were the new functions which we have added in the product. Any questions you might have, you can ask.
Ask questions right on the phone. Neither one of you is muted, and you can of course also chat, because I know Debbie is in listen mode and may not want to take herself off mute depending on what her office atmosphere situation is. Any questions about Ad Builder or Shop? Any questions about anything else? Chat. Great, thanks, Debbie. Debbie has no questions here. How about you, Amy? All right, well, this was a short and sweet Ask the Experts. Thank you so much, Sandy, for your time and demonstrating those new things for us. As always, the recording of this will be available afterwards, so if you want to point somebody to this for something that you found that was helpful, please do. And we will resume Ask the Experts after the holidays pick up. You will see that in the new training catalog coming out. Our next Ask the Experts will be the first Friday in January of 2017. Thanks, everybody, and happy holidays.
Thank you.